Okay, so don't mind my little fruit cup situation over here. Mind your business, your girl's hungry. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. This is the Reddit mess where I read a bunch of Reddit stories. I give my unsolicited advice. We're gonna have a ha-ha kiki moment. Let's go ahead and get into it. So today I decided that I wanted to do anything pertaining to weddings, anything pertaining to wife, husband, foolishness, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're going to do today. The subreddit is, am I the asshole? The question is, am I the asshole for celebrating my anniversary despite what happened at my wedding? My husband and I had our wedding last year. The venue was beautiful and bordered a lake. Unfortunately, during the reception, one of the young children snuck away from their parents and decided to go for a swim, despite not being able to. This was tragic and devastating and obviously cut the day short. We haven't really spoken to the parents since then, as we weren't close to them aside from seeing them on holidays, which haven't happened this year. We are still Facebook friends though. When our first anniversary came, I made a post celebrating our anniversary with a few wedding photos. I didn't think anything of it until the comments came flooding in. I woke up to 30 comments and 15 missed calls. The top comment was from the mother of the child, who was outraged about it. She wrote a very long comment about how my post was disrespectful of the tragedy that had happened that day, and how dare I post that and not mention her child, and of course talking to her first. 30 comments later, and it was clear that the entire family had clearly started to take sides in a battle I didn't realize I created. As of today, we're at 150 comments. My friends and my parents are involved too. Half of his family is screaming for me to take it down, apologize to the parents, and show more respect, possibly by even celebrating our anniversary on a different day. Some of the family think that we should still be able to celebrate our anniversary on the actual day, but just keep it offline to keep the peace. I don't think I did anything wrong with my post, and I feel like we should be allowed to celebrate our anniversary just like anyone else. I'm not celebrating the tragedy, I'm celebrating my wedding. Am I the asshole, baby? She does go on to edit, just in case anyone's wondering. The pictures and caption didn't reference the wedding itself, and there is no lake visible in the pictures. I only used the ones that just had my husband and I in them. And I haven't sent pictures of the bridal party before. I never have or will post pictures of the reception. This story stressed me out. Like, I'm stressed. I have been looking at this post for an hour, racking my brain on what I would do, what I wouldn't do, how I would go about it, what's right, what's wrong here for an hour. And to be honest, I feel like this is just one of those situations where you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I'm looking at it outside looking in. I see where she's coming from. Looking at it as it's been a year, and I'm not, before y'all try to come at me, I'm not saying, oh yeah, a year was enough time for the parents that lost a child for them to get over their mourning. I'm not saying that. I'm saying she sees it as it's been a year. It's my anniversary. This is still my anniversary from that day. I would like to post a picture of me and my husband. She was respectful enough not to post a picture of the lake, the venue, or even send out pictures, just her and her husband. I don't see anything wrong with that outside looking in. But then I tried to put myself in that particular situation. And if y'all know me in real life, y'all know I'm super big on, oh my gosh, this is a sign. I don't think I would be able to look at any pictures that happened on that day. I would be traumatized for life. I would be like, this is a bad omen. Hell, I would probably want to have another wedding. That's just me personally. But again, outside looking in, I can understand her thought process behind what she did. I think she thought this is innocent. It's not of anything. It's just of us. At the end of the day, this is still our year. I get that. The mother, she's looking at it as, this is an anniversary for you, but this is an anniversary for me as well for the year that I've lost my child. You should have talked to me. You should have asked me if it was okay for you to post this picture or at least pay homage to my child. Immediately when I read that, I immediately thought she should have blocked her. Not after she said that, but I'm saying before she posted the picture, she should have blocked her to at least hide her from viewing it. But then again, this goes back to you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I truly believe one of the family members would have took that picture and showed her, and she still would have came at her like, why'd you block me? Now that opens up a whole new can of worms. I really feel like she would have got her for that too. That's just my opinion. So again, I don't think there was a right way for her to conduct herself unless she just didn't post any pictures. I truly feel like that's the only way around this particular situation, is if she didn't post any pictures. I saw a couple people in the comments stating, oh, she was using it as an excuse that she wasn't close with the mother. Me personally, I don't see that as an excuse. And this is coming from someone that has dealt with friends that have lost loved ones. I am super awkward. And this is me knowing them. I'm in my head, I'm like, shit, like, what do you need me to be right now? Do you need me to be your rock? Do you need a shoulder to cry on? Do you need a tissue? Do you just want me to sit here and be quiet? Do you want to talk? Like, I feel like I am walking on eggshells, trying my best to not make a shitty situation worse. And just as though we don't tell people how to grieve the loss of loved ones, I don't think it's fair for us to tell someone how to respond to individuals who are grieving to the loss of loved ones. Does that make sense? Hopefully I said that correctly. Because outside looking in, I don't think the bride here, I don't think she posted that to be nasty. I think in her mind, I truly think that she thought she did the best thing in that particular situation. She stated, I didn't post a picture of the lake. I didn't post a picture of the event, just me and my husband. I think in her mind, she truly thought this was the best thing that she could do. I'm just gonna leave it up to y'all. What do y'all think about the situation? So the first subreddit is, am I the asshole? The question is, am I the asshole for leaving my husband in the grocery store because he started acting like a toddler? So we all go through those phases and pick up annoying habits, and sometimes we just need our loved ones to gently tell us if we picked up a particularly egregious habit. Hopefully I said that correctly. Egregious. Egregious. Is it egregious? Oh my gosh.
Egregious.
Egregious. Oh Lord. Ooh, hooked on phonics. Where you at, baby? Where you at? Ooh. Ooh. Egregious. Yes. Okay. So sometimes in the last year, my husband has picked up a habit where he talks like a baby. At first it was funny, but passed into embarrassing, cringeworthy behavior quickly. Examples: doggo, pupper, woofer, subwoofer, pibble, hootie booey, peebo. I'm not reading all these baby talk things. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Anyways, I cannot emphasize this enough. It is not endearing or sexy to have my husband talk about my boobies and his wiener and his weenie and wee-wee and hoo-ha's and bajingos. Nostalgia for the scrubs be damned. We have not done the deed in 6 months because he cannot stop talking about my boobies, and it makes me sick. Just before the pandemic hit, we were out at a restaurant with some friends. He actually ordered a chickie Sammy. Like, said that exact phrase, a chickie Sammy. Look, it's totally fine if he ordered a chicken sandwich. That's not the issue. Our friends noticed the baby talk because he insisted on continuing the joke. It even started talking about this god-awful toddler little accent. After that, I just couldn't stomach the idea of going out with him to adult places. I'd go out to the brewery with friends, but God forbid he join me and say, me wanting another beer or something. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why he's doing this. I finally hit my limit when we were grocery shopping and everything seemed normal and fine until he gasped like a kid, ran to the ice cream section and jumped up and down yelling, ice cream, I want chocolate. Oh, hell no! Baby, no. Baby, no. Baby, no. My eyelash about to fall off. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I am really trying to put myself in this situation because I would presume I'm in my late 20s. I would imagine my future man's is going to be in his, he's going to be a little bit older than me. And nowhere do I envision my man talking like he's a child, talking like he's a toddler, like he ain't got no damn sense. Talking about, oh, I want chocolate. Chocolate? Baby, you ain't got to worry about me. The moment I would have seen him jumping up and down talking about he wants ice cream, I would be mortified. I would be traumatized. I would be sick. You ain't gotta worry about me. Don't bother about calling me. Your number's already blocked. Don't even look to me because, baby, I'm already out the door. Matter of fact, I'm down the street. I'm down the corner somewhere. Don't even worry. Don't even worry about it, babe. You ain't gotta worry about me. Because what the hell happened 24 hours that made you decide to wake up one day and think this is ever going to be okay? What happened? Anyways, She goes on to say, I was mortified. People were staring at him and me. He kept on going and kept saying, could we get popsicles? And I just said, either talk to me like an adult or I'm leaving. I'm not saying either or. Baby, I'm gone. Speed of lightning, flash. I'm gone. He started saying, ooh, you must be fun at parties, lighten up, will you? And shit like that. I just said F it and left the store, leaving him to walk home. It was like a mile, he was fine, because I couldn't even look at him. Since then, things have been very tense, and he keeps telling me that he wants an apology for embarrassing him by leaving him in the store. I told him that people don't get to demand apologies. If someone wants to apologize, it's up to them. And I'm absolutely not going to apologize for saving myself the embarrassment of a 35-year-old man with a mortgage and a retirement account asking for chocolate ice cream, baby. Because no, the fact that he said that she embarrassed him, it's always the men giving the audacity for me. It's always the men giving the audacity, because who are you to tell me that I embarrass you in public when you were the one jumping up and down like a child, like you ain't got no damn sense, up in the store over some ice cream? You're telling me that I embarrassed you. Enough said. He got his effing mom involved, no joke. She keeps telling me it's just a phase and that he's probably bored and I should be happy. This is his midlife crisis rather than him messing around with a 19-year-old at a local bar. I'm going crazy. Am I the asshole? Do I really just need to let my husband continuously embarrass me like this? Hell no. He's childish. That's all I can say about this particular situation. Like, you want to get your mom involved and then your mom is siding with you talking about, oh, he's just having a midlife crisis. You should be thankful. You should thank your lucky stars that he's not outside banging some 19-year-old. What? Baby, the marriage would be done for me. It would be done for me. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to deal with a man that wants to sit there, behave like a child, is running around the store, running amok, embarrassing me, making me feel uncomfortable, making me feel like I don't even know who you are. Like, and you think it's funny. It's not funny. I'm over here trying to have a discussion with you like an adult, and you're throwing it back in my face talking about lighten up, you're being the buzzkill. And then when I decide to leave on my own free will to let you conduct yourself in that manner, then you want to get your mom involved? And then your mom is siding with you talking about, oh, be thankful? Girl, you should thank your lucky stars I don't put my foot all the way down your throat, because what the hell? So this is the update. Well, here I am with the update. I talked to my husband after doing some soul searching. There was no tumor, no kink, no childhood trauma. I asked him first if he understands why I'm upset and to please clarify if he was doing it on purpose or if we needed to seek medical intervention. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm really trying to imagine this whole conversation. Like, do we need to seek medical intervention? Like, is this serious? Like, are you doing this to be funny, or do we really need to seek medical assistance because this is abnormal? Please tell. I can't. Okay, he didn't want to tell me at first and I got worried. He eventually caved when I suggested we look for a doctor because of how worried I am. It was a bet with one of his friends that started as them trying to embarrass each other in public. He bet my husband that he couldn't keep it up for the whole year. The only off limits was at work because he couldn't jeopardize his career. Oh, but no. He decided to jeopardize his marriage instead. For what? A prize. What was he going to win? A signed baseball. A baseball. I thought he was still joking. No, he was dead serious. How was the friend verifying? My husband would share little videos he took here and there of him upsetting me with baby talk, including times he tried to initiate doing the deed by whispering this baby talk in my ear. And by seeing us in public, like at the brewery. He got cross with me in the grocery store because I erupted. Oh my God. He got cross with me in the grocery store because I interrupted the recording and almost blew the whole operation. Well, that's what does it make sense if he's talking about she almost blew the whole operation because he called his mom. So, okay, we're gonna get into that. Anyways. He wasn't remorseful or apologetic. He thought we were both in on this little joke and that I'd find it hysterical. I asked him, did he understand we haven't done the deed in months? No, it didn't matter. It was all worth it to him. He kept saying, you just don't get it. It's not just a baseball. I told him the joke was over. It was time to stop for good, but I was willing to move on with him. No, he said there's only 2 months in the bet, so he's so close. We can do the deed if you want. We'll just pretend X, Y, and Z. And I was just like, so why does thinking about your friend even factor into this? What's wrong with you? You never had to do this and ruin our intimate moments. But I just didn't get it. He had to be in character all the time. After a lot of arguing and tears, I left him. I headed up to Colorado to be with my family through Christmas, and when I'm going to move in with my sister for a little while to figure out our next steps. I hope it was worth it. My little kneecaps is hurting. It's because I'm a little confused. Because in the post, after he admitted what the hell was going on, he claimed to say that he was just joking. Baby, if you were just joking, why the hell would you get your mother involved into this? Like, I don't understand how that plays a part of the whole joke here for you in this damn baseball. Why would you get your mother in this? Like, to me, it sounds like he's self-sabotaging. Because, baby, guess what? If I saw my partner is getting really annoyed by something that I'm doing, and we haven't done the deed in months because of what it is that I'm doing, and we're not communicating the same, you're getting frustrated with me, you're getting annoyed. I mean, for an entire year over our marriage. A baseball is worth our marriage. A baseball is worth my happiness, our happiness. I just, no. I'm glad she left. Because honestly, what that tells me is, you don't love me the way that I love you. You couldn't love me the way that I love you. Because me loving you, I would never put our marriage in jeopardy like that. I would never put ourselves in a situation where I could risk losing the person that I love. Over a damn baseball? A sign? Oh, it's not just any baseball. It's a signed baseball. No. You out here in public embarrassing me. Got your mom on the phone talking about I should be thankful. I should be thankful that you're not out here cheating on me. No. And then it's the fact that she was willing to overlook all his foolishness. And he still was like, oh, it's only 2 more months. You're selfish. You're selfish and you're inconsiderate. And baby, you lost me. You lost me for good. That's a mess. That's a mess. That's a mess. That's a mess. I can't, there's really nothing else to be said here. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, but baby, that's a mess. No. So the next subreddit is still the same subreddit, Am I the Asshole? And the question is, am I the asshole for serving my husband's family mac and cheese for dinner? Okay. So my husband is Asian and I, American, welcomed our firstborn 4 weeks ago. The baby is healthy, thank God, but I'm exhausted. I haven't fixed my hair, barely able to shower, and cannot sleep. My husband's family has been pressuring us to visit to meet the baby. I tried to hold them off as much as I could, but yesterday I was surprised to find them standing on the porch. Turns out hubby invited them for dinner. I was embarrassed and felt like I wasn't ready for visitors, judgmental ones at that, because the house was messy. Anyways, my husband sat with them while I fed my son. Then later I asked my husband if we should order takeout for dinner. He said no, because his parents would find this rude and unwelcoming. He suggested that I go inside the kitchen and prepare something. Anything as long as it was homemade. I said fine, then went and made some mac and cheese. The reason I prepared this meal is because of how easy it is. Once I served the family, my husband's mom looked at me and was appalled. Wait, pause on the phone. I'm sorry. Because I'm thinking, mac and cheese, I'm thinking of Southern mac and cheese. It's a little process. You have to have the different cheeses, the milk, the egg. It's a process. I'm assuming she must be talking about that Kraft mac and cheese. The box with the little powder and the stovetop. Okay. Anyways, she asked if I really found it appropriate to serve her and the family mac and cheese. Baby! I can only imagine. Let's imagine this is my mac and cheese. And I put it in front of my mother-in-law's face. And she's just like, do you really think this is appropriate to serve to your family right now? And homegirl over here talking about she hasn't slept in days. Her hair is a mess. Her clothes is probably unkempt. And I'm not making fun of her because I really feel bad for her right now. I'm just trying to picture this whole situation. I'm just trying to picture this whole situation. Mac and cheese, mother-in-law. Do you really think this is the best for the family right now? Do you think this is appropriate? Oh, I'm sick. Anyways, getting back into it. I asked why not, and she went on a rant about how disrespectful this was and that I clearly have no experience in what is right and wrong when it comes to hosting. I said, excuse me? Who said I signed up to host okay. I said, excuse me? Who said I signed up to host an expected visit from them and she took it as in I didn't want them here? Her husband said they were just there to finally see the baby that I kept from seeing for an entire month. That's a whole month of his life they missed out on. Okay, now. Had an argument and they decided to go home. Bro. My husband said that deciding to serve his family mac and cheese was more offensive than serving them nothing at all. I told him I was too exhausted to cook their traditional feast that I was forced to learn from his mom. He took offense and said that I was being mean and disrespectful towards his family and his culture. I went inside the bedroom to stay with my son. My husband stayed on the phone with his family for an hour and kept giving me the cold shoulder and refused to eat what I cooked in support of his family. I understand how some guests might find it offensive, especially his family, but I was just trying to make a quick homemade meal like my husband wanted. What's wrong with mac and cheese? First and foremost, I can already see they're not on the same wavelength. I can already see he's going to fold, he's going to buckle down in any circumstances in regards to his family. His family is number one, and then his wife is second. Family comes first, which is weird because she married him, so that should be considered his family. But his parents come first, and then his wife is after that. Communication, gone. Because number one, if you see your wife struggling, I mean, come on now. Come on. If you see your wife is struggling, she just had a baby. The baby is a month old, fresh out the womb. Her hair is disarrayed. Clothes is unkept. She looks exhausted. Why would you not tell your parents, hey, like right now is not a good time. My wife, she just had the baby. Like, give us some time to maneuver, like get this parenting thing down. Right? Right. Okay, I mean, would that not logically make sense? I mean, teamwork makes the dream work here. Happy wife, happy life. I'm just saying. Hello? I mean, come on. But anyways, getting back into it, he decided, you know what? I'm not going to mention to my wife. And even if he was going to do that, because I get it with certain cultures, it's a little tricky. Even if he was going to do that, if he was going to invite his parents over, he should have gave his wife a shout out and be like, hey, like my parents are going to come over. Then he should have known that they were going to be staying there long enough for them to want to eat. So they could have meal prepped, like got something together prior to then, take turns helping each other out. I mean, is that just so hard to do? Is that hard to do? It's too easy. It's too easy. I don't understand some relationships and maybe it's just me, maybe it's just my mindset. I truly feel like communication is so much easier than not understanding each other, making it a point to not understand each other, making it a point to not understand your partner. I just don't understand how the husband can look at his partner and make a conscious decision to be like, I'm going to invite my parents over and put this on her last minute and then expect her to cook a meal. Because first she said, well, let's get takeout. And you said that's going to be disrespectful. Then she makes mac and cheese. I'm assuming the Kraft mac and cheese. And then says that is more disrespectful than them not having anything at all. Baby, F you. Baby, F you. I don't have time for this. I have a 1-month-old to take care of. I'm tired, boss. You cook for your parents. I don't know. To be honest, I feel like this right here, this is a sign. I feel like if this is how their relationship is right now, I can only imagine what it will be if they keep going down this path of not making it a point to understand each other, of not communicating, of him not sticking up for his wife. I mean, a whole hour on the phone talking to your parents and then giving your wife the cold shoulder? A whole hour? I don't foresee it going places. I don't. And I feel like the parents should have had more empathy towards their daughter-in-law because she just had a baby. I don't know. This really could have all been prevented. The husband could have just said, hey, my parents are coming over. Let's hurry up. Let's try to make something really quick. What do you need assistance with? Hey, babe, let me wash the baby really fast. Why don't you just take some time. Take a shower. Get your hair together. Clean yourself up. Something. But instead, you set her up for failure. That's the part that makes me so mad about this whole situation. You set her up for failure. You threw her to the wolves. And you expected her to come back out alive. And then you had the nerve to look at her and be like, you failed me. No, you're not the asshole here, babe. Absolutely not. This is the last subreddit. Don't judge me. My little kneecaps is hurting. Okay, we're elderly. We're getting up in age. So don't you come for me for sitting on my couch and changing up the scheme of things. Okay? Okay. So the last subreddit is, am I the asshole? The question is, am I the asshole for searching my husband's pants without talking to him first? Context, my husband is 33, used to be unemployed for a year. He recently started a job at a warehouse. Yesterday, and while I was about to do laundry, I grabbed his work pants and digged my hands in the pockets to empty them before putting them in the washing machine. My husband just so happened to walk by, and when he saw me searching his pants pockets, he rushed in yelling at me to put his pants down. I already had a folded piece of paper out, but he snatched it and then started screaming at me about how I have no respect for his privacy and that I shouldn't be getting my hands on his things. I was genuinely dumbfounded. I told him to take it easy. I always do this before laundry. He lashed out saying I have no right and should have come to ask him at first because he was worried about important documents that he had in his pockets. And asked to see the paper, but he said he won't show me. I asked why, and he said I don't get to ask him jack shit after I disrespected his privacy. I almost laughed because what privacy does he have in his pockets? It wasn't like a stranger was digging into them. He refused to speak to me and later bought a new closet with a lock and moved his clothes inside of it. I asked if he was serious, and he said this will teach me to respect his privacy and deter me from snooping. Then went back to not speaking to me. I am genuinely confused. Am I the asshole? Baby, you're not the asshole. Baby, he's cheating. Because there is no way in hell a man is going to get that upset over his wife washing his clothes. And if he felt that strongly about it, he would have washed his own clothes from jump. Logically, when you're washing clothes, I don't know about y'all, but I always separate my clothes from lights, whites, and darks. I dig through my pants because sometimes you have loose change, a couple of dollar bills, maybe a paper with a number on it. I don't know. And husband gonna have the nerve to sit up there and say, I have important documents. In your pants? In your pants? I always find it funny when a man gets caught up in a lie just to see how they react to certain things. Because number one, they usually almost always get mad and then they try to flip it out on you to make you feel like you're the crazy person here. Got this lady feeling like she crazy where she has to go on Reddit and be like, am I tripping here? Am I the asshole? No. And then number two, I always find it funny just to see how fast can they misconstrue the situation to come up with something that's going to deter me away from what I logically know. Does that make sense? I said a lot right there. I said a lot right there just to get to my point. Just to misconstrue the situation, just to have me get off of the main topic to confuse me from what I know is really true. You picking up what I'm putting down? Because that's what this man really did. He gaslit her by saying, oh, you don't need to be going through my pants. You didn't even ask me. And then when she asked him, so what's on the letter here? What's on this piece of paper? Then him to come back and be like, it's important documents. You're an asshole for going through my pants without asking me. Baby, no. Always, I want to say this. Always trust your gut feeling. 100% always trust your gut feeling. Stop letting these people, whether it's a male or a female, stop letting these people deter you away from what you know is to be correct. If it looks like what it is, baby, guess what? It is exactly what you think it is. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes there's that little 1% where it's like, okay, it just so happens to be something completely different. But in this case, baby, it's exactly what it looks like. He gaslit you, yelled at you, then had the nerve to take it up a step to buy a whole closet with a lock on it. That's dedication. Baby, you ain't gotta worry about me. You ain't gotta worry about me. Never. You don't have to worry about me. That is enough. That's grounds for me to leave. It really is. It really is. Because the next thing me being me, the next thing I know I'm gonna do, I'm really gonna start snooping. I'm really about to start snooping. You can call me Perry the Platypus, because guess what? I'm gonna be all up in that shit. Just because you told me not to, it's gonna make me want to do it even more. That sounds so toxic, but the moment, if you even put a little inkling of doubt in my mind that I can't trust you, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. The moment that I saw this man pull out a damn closet with a lock on it, like you really had to go out your way to get a lock. Baby, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to Home Depot. Is it Home Depot? I'm going to where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going to any store where I can buy some pliers so I can cut that lock open. Because baby, guess what? I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. Even though I already know what's up. I already know what's up. But sometimes people they have to physically see the evidence for them to physically act on it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like sometimes just knowing in your gut feeling isn't enough for some people to leave. Sometimes people have to physically see the evidence before they step out and be like, all right, I'm good. But then there's some people that even if it slapped them in the face, they still won't stay. Hopefully that's not her. But it could be me. Because guess what? The moment that I find out that you're cheating on me, I'm gone. I'm gone. I truly believe this man is cheating. Because there's no way in hell, like, who's going to react to something like that? You will get mad because your wife over here helping you out by washing your dirty drawers. The fuck? Who the hell? He did the absolute most for nothing. The absolute most for nothing. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. But for me, she's not the asshole and he's cheating.